Hello, how's it going? Pardon me, I just cut my hair. Looks pretty good. All right, my Golden Eagle bike engine fans, how's it going today? Well, I tell you what, I was a little bit nervous because in the state of North Carolina, they decided they were going to change the law when it came to scooters and mopeds. And I went, oh man, what's going to happen to me on my Golden Eagle bike? I thought, man, I got the engine on there, everything's great. I've been riding it, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But anyway, I'm trying to not ramble. I ramble too much. It bores people. At least that's what my wife used to tell me. But anyway, um, my bicycle, and you may be going through the same thing right now where you live. States are starting now to come down on scooter riders and moped riders. Why? Because a lot of them go faster than 35 miles an hour. Okay? Also, they're trying to say, and that's generally the law, that vehicles or those that don't need a tag, registering, or insurance go less than 30 miles an hour. And the engine must be less than 50 cc. Okay, see, I was confused about the law, but when I called North Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles Tag Division, that's the first thing the lady asked. She asked, well, tell me about your engine. And I said, well, the type, like a Honda. And she goes, no, sir, tell me the stats of your engine. I said, okay. It's a 35 cc, which is a 35.8. 35 cc is fine. It's a 35 cc, and it's a 1.6 horsepower. And then she asked me, she said, how fast would you say it goes? And I said, to be honest with you, pretty much 28 is max. And it really is. On my bike, 28. And, I'm going to get into my bike in a minute. I told you that. But about 28 miles an hour is cruising speed on my bike. And she came back and she said, you're fine. You don't need to register. Don't need a license or insurance on your bike. Yeah! I tell you, that took a lot of weight off my shoulders, and it's going to piss off a lot of scooter riders. Where I live is a subsidized community building here that I live in. I have a disability, but not so much so that I don't work or have a life, but there are certain things I'm limited that I can't do. That's why I don't drive a car. But one guy lives here, and I can see it in his face. He's going to end up having to either get rid of his scooter or drive it illegal or lock it up somewhere. Okay? He did what a lot of scooter riders do. They try to get away with things. So they get a 150 cc. Okay, and a 150 cc will go upwards to 45, 50 miles an hour. So they do that so they can keep up with traffic. And that's what the guy told me, because I was shocked. I said, you ought to get that tag. He goes, I'm not going to worry about it. Please never say anything, do anything. He says, I always keep up with the traffic, but I don't pass anybody. Okay. Well, now, if he takes that to get it tagged, they're going to find out it's a 150 cc. He's going to have a driver's license to drive it, which he doesn't. And he's going to have to tag it, register it, and get insurance. He's screwed. Okay, another thing I'm going to talk about today. I took my bike up to pick up some paperwork. And while I was riding my bike, I noticed that the belt's kind of flap. And I keep looking down, even slow down, look down, I can't see anything that's wrong. I'm like, why is that flapping? So, I'm one of these guys, I'm a maintenance kind of guy, and I'm trying to find out if the pulley's lined up correctly, and I'm looking at it, and I'm adjusting it, And then I thought maybe the clutch is too loose or too strong, so I adjusted it just a little bit so the tension would be right. I don't know what that is. It's driving me insane. So I'm going to call technical support tomorrow and ask them what is going on. You know, what can I do different? I looked at my belt, and there's a little bit of one tiny little chunk that came out of it. The whole rest of the belt is perfectly fine. I'm like, why do I need to get another belt if just one little chunk, and that's that little groove that comes down, one's gone. That's it. But why is it flat, 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 flat? And I mean, when I'm going up a hill, I can hear it just struggling. That belt's struggling, you know, and I'm like, what is going on? So there could be something minor or something serious. I'll have to look in it and find out. So on my way to get my paperwork, a scooter was in front of me. And he came around me, you know, and had a lady on the back of it. And he jumps over into the bike lane. And to be honest with you guys, the only time I use the bike lane if there's a lot of traffic. And guess what? I'm on a bicycle. Even though it has an engine on the back, it is a bicycle. And he's on a scooter. He was riding that scooter illegally. Okay, going down the side of the bike path, and I'm like looking at him. I feel like going, "You jerk! You freaking jerk! You're the main person that is causing the rest of the scooters to have to be tagged and registered because of the way you're driving your scooter." But it has nothing to do with me. So, fellow Golden Eagle bike engine riders, smile at all the scooters that are around you having to be tagged and registered while you cruise around on your bike. Okay, guys, well, I just thought I'd bring that up. I'll keep you posted again on the belt problem that I have. One guy that I saw a review that he gave about Golden Eagle bike engine, he basically was saying something about having belt problems. He said that he got it about around 600 miles, which mine's coming up around 600 miles, started having belt problems. And I thought maybe it was something wrong with his. Well, mine's starting to have belt problems too. So I'm going to call and talk to him tomorrow. You know, good news, the belt's only $32, but I don't like to buy a belt every 600 miles for $32. You get my drift. Have a great one, guys, and I'll keep you posted on my bike. Bye-bye.